This is a reading for Scorpio. We have the head space, the star, the heart space, the Two of Swords, and the environment here. We have the High Priestess. There's information that's coming through in the environment, and it's a little bit cryptic. With the High Priestess, there is this sense of knowing or understanding what's going on, but not really having all the relevant information. So you don't have the piece of paper that says this is what's happening, or you don't have someone actually telling you what's going on. But there is this understanding that something is happening. There's, you know, a slight rustle in the trees, and you can feel this sense of change, and you're like, all right, I know something's coming. I know something's happening. I don't know what it is. There's this preparation here for some type of information. And with the Two of Swords in the emotional space here, you can't feel a lot at the moment. There's a lot of situations going on where the feelings around things are being obstructed by this incoming information here. Could be information, feels like information. And with the star here, this is something that you've wanted or wished for or hoped for. You've been asking for this to come through. There's knowledge that you want to know. There's something that you want to know. And you're willing to let go of any emotional ties to this so you can be clear with when the information comes in. So there's something you're wanting to know. Information that you don't have access to, that you're not supposed to have access to. But you do know that you're going to have access to it in one way, shape, or form. This could be a very spiritual thing. This could be, you know, something psychic or some type of mediumship here, or some type of knowledge that you download in some way, shape, or form. Or it could be the knowledge, could be very like day-to-day, where the knowledge that you want or the knowledge you're receiving just happens to fall into your lap, and it's just like a wish come true, or it's just a coincidence in some way. So why this star, can you clarify a little bit more about this wish? It's to do with your confidence and your maturity around some type of direction you want to move forward in. So there's something here that you're doing. You are being a leader in some way, or representing something here. In order to progress forward with this representation, there is something that you need. A part of that is letting go of your emotional attachments towards this, or how you feel about this, and just going with the flow. You have confidence that this is going to happen, and I feel like the confidence is what's bringing this in. There's he said, she said here too as well, and I feel like you are able to decipher that and figure out what the truth is and what isn't. Why is the emotional space blocked here? Seven of Pentacles, because you know that this is going to take some time. This hasn't quite flourished yet. The information isn't there. The reality hasn't caught up yet. So there's no point in trying to put effort into this. But as soon as it does catch up again, that's when this movement comes in. You're just waiting on the other shoe to drop, or you're waiting on the situation to come through. You're just waiting on the answers that you need. All systems go, ready, fire. Aim, fire. You need to aim first. You're aiming for something at the moment. Aiming for information. With your time, your energy, and your resources here, you are making a decision around what direction you're going in here as well, with your savings, with your time, with your energy. There's a lot of go energy when it comes to your physical activities and what you're doing day to day. You've got a lot of energy with what you're doing day to day, but when it comes to your finances, they're not representing your energy at the moment, and your emotions are not representing your energy, and communication around you seems very dull and silent. But again, there's like something in the trees, like a whisper, that you know that this is going to change very soon. Nine of Wands in the environment. Because there's a lot of energy and movement forward, there is also a sense of overdoing it. Can I have a little bit more on this Nine of Wands, please? The Two of Wands. Making a decision, a direction. There's a lot of wands here. A lot of movement, a lot of navigation, a lot of listening to your intuition here. You also don't want to let people know, or you're planning. There's a plan or a direction around how people are going to find out that you are exhausted in something. There is an exhaustion here as well. Putting up your boundaries as well. There may even be a facade here as well. I'm seeing that people see you as the Nine of Wands. People see you as someone who is exhausted, who, you know, has had enough, who's just about to collapse in some way. And then you're actually the High Priestess. So people are not seeing you accurately. They're not seeing your composure for whatever reason. And the Two of Wands here is this decision, plan, this arrow that's being pointed in the direction you want to go forward. I feel like there's a perception. What's the perception here? Is this perception other people? What is this perception? The King of Cups. This is this emotional situation here. So there is someone or something or an energy here that's very stuck or stubborn or stable in their emotions, and they have this feeling or this understanding that you are the same, but there's that you're stuck in your emotions, or there's something emotional happening here, but there's something very different happening with you. Can I have one more card to kind of clarify this, please? Yeah. So we have the Magician and the Page of Wands. So this is this creation. You are creating a hole to get out of a situation, or you're creating something to get out. You're using what you have. You're not letting this exhaustion get the better of you. You know that things aren't going necessarily in your way at the moment, but you are waiting for the opportunity. You're praying, you're wishing, you're hoping. You know you have the confidence. You know it's ready. You know it's there. It's just a matter of the right timing, or it's not even the right timing, because the time is now. It's just a matter of there's a key, there's something that you're waiting for, there's something that only you know, there's a sign, there's a synchronicity, there's knowledge, there's something that only you know that you need to unlock in order to move in this path, in this direction forward, and leave this burden behind. And I feel like it has to do with someone else's interpretation of your energy, that you're emotionally impacted by this in some way, but you're not actually feeling the emotions around this. So someone may be putting their emotions onto you, or expecting you to feel some type of way, when in reality you're just planning and progressing and making movements and a step forward to create something of stature, of stability. You're not really worried about your time, your energy, and your resources at the moment, because it all seems to just come and go as you need it. It's not really a worry. Communicating with people around you at the moment isn't really a worry. This has more to do with the movements and the direction you're going forward. It could be to do with your health, your body, your physical body, your energy, your environment. There's this creative creative plan that's happening, and you're excited about this. It's something that's, it's a little bit above you in a sense. Like you feel like you're a little bit in over your head, but you're willing to do this. So no matter what other people perceive when it comes to your emotions, or when it comes to your exhaustion, or where you are physically or emotionally or mentally here, you don't have to worry about that, because you know deep down that no matter what's going on physically for you, or matter what's happening financially for you, or whatever's happening, whatever it looks like it's happening, that's not the case. That's not really what's happening, because under the surface there's this movement and this progression and this plan that's happening that you cannot really put into words, and it's not something that anyone else can see, but you are using your resources at the moment to move in this direction. And this direction is going to create a lot of confidence within you, and then people are really going to start perceiving you in a different light. Thank you.